All right, I'm going to talk about personal reactions. So, I knew going into writing this portion of my review that I don't have a whole lot of individual personal connection to these characters. They've lived very different lives than I have. So, I'm not going to try to force a connection between their story and my story. Instead, I'm going to talk about my experience as a film viewer. So, after introducing the characters and the setting, I start talking about when I went to see the movie and what my experience was. And I saw the movie at the end of a week of um, watching all of the Oscar nominated Best Picture nominees. So I just give a little bit of introduction to that and who I am as a movie viewer. Hidden Figures fell at the end of the week after I had sobbed through films like Lion, Moonlight, and Manchester by the Sea. So I'm kind of framing my personal connection with the fact that, first of all, I love going to see movies. Second of all, I connect emotionally to the movies I see quite a bit, and I could tell based on the discouraging bigotry that the characters were up against that I was in for another emotional roller coaster. So I'm just kind of talking about myself as a film viewer. And then down here, I talk about the scenes with the direct prejudice having the biggest emotional toll on me. Scenes that show such inspiring women continuously brushed aside. And I don't really add a ton of commentary there. I could talk about why that bothers me. I think my personal reflections are probably the weakest part of my review, but it felt like I had written a lot already and I didn't want to add things in just for the sake of having it. But I do come back to the fact that, these were some of the scenes that affected me emotionally the most, since I introduced before that that was something I was writing about. Down at the bottom, I give my opinion here. I love the movie for, and then I give all of the reasons why, which kind of ties into my ultimate thematic statement about the film. And then I close my review by just coming back to the movie theater the day that I saw the movie for the first time. At the end of the film, my whole theater of fellow marathon moviegoers stood up and applauded, and it felt like applause not only for the film, but like long overdue recognition for Catherine, Mary, and Dorothy as well. So I think I'm tying my personal reflections on the movie viewing experience to how I felt about the plot. You can talk about your own connections to the characters, or you can do sort of what I did and talk about your experience reading the book or seeing the movie or TV show.